basically my whole platform is going off improving social culture on campus that comes through student engagement. I'm not going to go into policy through it now. In order of having a balanced side of switching to advocacy, I think it's something that I am able to work on. It's just that it's not been in my, not the focus of my platform at this point.
Thank you. Robin?
I'd actually like to challenge that question, mostly because I think that you cannot engage without advocating and you cannot advocate without engagement. In order to advocate, you have to be able to engage the students and make sure that you're advocating for the right thing and that you have the voice of students supporting you. And in order to engage, you have to advocate for your own ideas, as well as the ideas inspired by the millions of students across the world, as well as the 50,000 we have on campus here. So I think it's both.
I'd like to agree with your challenge, Ava. My role this year primarily has been advocacy as a VP Academic and University Affairs, but student engagement has been a huge part of that, and some of the advocacy that we've done has actually been in terms of event planning. So Block Party and Thunderbird Stadium is a perfect example of where they tie in together. Looking back though at my time at UBC, I've been involved in everything from UBC sororities to Res Life to the Arts Undergraduate Society, organizations that primarily are event planning, maybe do have some advocacy focus, but really do focus on bringing students together and student engagement. So if you are going to break them into those two pieces, I think my experience on campus in the last 4 years has been both sides of that.
And as president, I don't advocate my own opinion. I advocate what the students have, the consensus that the students have given me. I'm speaking for them. As a matter of fact, I was just thinking it'd be a good idea to create a media consultant, a media person that could communicate with the local TV and radio stations to let the rest of British Columbia know what the students of UBC are standing for.
Thank you. Do you have any rebuttals? No, we're seeing none. We'll take a second question from the crowd, and right there in the front. Do you mind coming up there to speak? Thank you.
Okay, my question is, sorry guys, but it's to Ava. On your platform, I heard that you want to make Block Party like a charity event, and I've been working with AMS events for a couple years now. I know you personally, kind of. So I was just wondering, how are you going to promise to fulfill that? Because Block Party, a lot of people don't know all the costs that go into it, like booking the music, the security, having like the beer garden permits and all those stuff. So I was wondering what steps you're going to take to like make sure that if your promise is to make the Block Party a charity, what are you going to do to fulfill that?
I think that's a really great question, and I appreciate that you're asking it. So this summer, I had the opportunity to attend a conference called COCA with our events manager, Anna, and her phenomenal events assistant, Jenna Erntrell. And I think that the things I learned at that conference and the inspiration that stemmed from it in terms of looking at what a lot of other campuses are doing in Canada inspired me to think about how we can change the way that we run Block Party. And the first step I would take, and this also ties into my platform point regarding our finances, is set benchmarks for more sponsorship throughout the AMS in terms of everything that we do. But I really think that with Block Party, especially looking at the number of students that we're bringing in now that we have access to bigger space, we can really make more of a bigger push for corporate sponsorship as well as sponsorship from local vendors and local businesses, so that we can cut down on some of those costs and create preferred partners. So more sponsorship means we're spending less, and so that incoming ticket revenue can go towards philanthropy.
Thank you. Would any other candidates like to address the question? Jenna?
So though I would love to make Block Party a philanthropy event, I do not think it is feasible. Sponsorship is great. Sponsorship is not consistent year to year and is not a consistent source of revenue. Additionally, we currently make a loss off of Block Party even after beer and ticket sales. AMS Council this year committed to keeping ticket sales down, and so making increased revenue was something that we decided not to do when we approved the budget. And I imagine, though I am not sure, that students are okay with the fact that we are ensuring that as many can access Block Party as possible. I think that moving it into a new stadium as well this year with 10,000 tickets is going to be a new experience. And so for us to make any changes going into next year and to make it potentially a philanthropy event, I simply don't think it's feasible. We already make a loss, and going into a deficit, it's probably not the best idea.
Would anyone else like to address the question?
I think Jenna should bring up a great point that Block Party is a huge event. It costs a lot of money. I don't believe that it would be the best way to raise money. Not to say that philanthropy isn't a wonderful thing, and UBC has a lot of potential for philanthropy. I think that we could achieve a greater revenue stream through more kind of extensive, smaller philanthropic events throughout the year. And I don't think that kind of one big fundraiser at the end of the year is the way to raise money.
Dave, would you like to address the question? Yes.
I think there's many ways at the university that we can make some profit. For example, the Chan Center of the Performing Arts, that we recorded live TV shows and live recordings. Live at the Chan could be a standard of excellent music and entertainment. It could be a money-making proposition. That's just one suggestion.
Thank you. Do we have any rebuttals? Ava?
I'm a strong believer in the notion that if we don't think about it and we don't give it a try, it's never going to happen. Our first business was Pyro Squared, and if we hadn't tried to start with that one pizza place, we wouldn't have the 11 that we have in the Nest right now. If we hadn't thought about and tried building this building instead of just renovating the old sub, we wouldn't be sitting here. And I really think that by taking into review how Block Party goes this year and setting up that goal, it's something that at least is worth trying.
I believe that the steps that we've taken at the AMS over the last couple of years and over the last 100 years that we've existed have been phenomenal. I also believe that students want to make sure we aren't in a huge deficit. They want to make sure they can attend Block Party because we can actually hold it. They want to make sure that the support that we are promising groups in terms of philanthropy can be carried out. And I just think it's not realistic, at least not for next year, as a tangible goal to have Block Party as a fundraiser and philanthropy.
Thank you. Okay, so at this time, we're going to have to close questions, and we're going to move into closing remarks. So we'll start in the middle here with Ava.
My name is Ava Nasiri, and I am excited to be your next AMS president because I've spent the past 2.5 years just at the AMS and beyond that all over UBC as a Jumpstart student leader, as a US Frosh coordinator, as well as VP Internal, supporting student groups and bringing people together by empowering community. If you like what I have to say, check out my website, voteava.com, where you can look at my platform and ways to get involved. And vote Ava Nasiri, your cup of tea, community, building community, something like that.
Thank you. We'll move to Sugar.
I'm Sugar Brewer. I'm running for president because my 3 years as a student, admittedly, I didn't really like UBC, and I fully intend to do that. So vote for me, and I'll sweeten life up on campus.
Thank you. We'll go to Dave here.
I would like to do everything I can to make UBC a worldwide brand that's totally respected and throughout the world.
Thank you. Jenna.
Once again, my name is Jenna O'Massey, and you can find out more at voteomassey.com. I'm hoping to become your president to ensure a greater community on this campus, to make sure that you are well and that you have the supports to do so, and that governance of the AMS going forward can be something that we approve. I just also want to give a quick shout out to the UPass program, which you should vote yes on if you would like to keep your UPass and bus pass, and the WUSC referendum. This referendum will double the refugee student fund, bringing 8 refugee students a year to UBC rather than the 4 that currently come.
Thank you very much. And let's just give them a round of applause here. So at this time, I'd like to invite Isabel to come to the front. maybe not Isabel. Jonathan, sorry.
Hi, I'm Jonathan. I'm from the AMS referendum